Good morning, everybody. So the DAX was onwards and upwards as expected. Didn't really get a pullback to get in, but we are kind of getting to overbought. I just want to find the most logical level, and I suppose at the moment the most logical level that we bounced off is 16,900. I wonder if that's a coincidence. S&P bounced off 3,900 or 4,900, sorry, and the DAX bounced off 16,900. Coincidence? I think not. I think that's all part of what the institutions are busy toying with and playing with right now. So just want to get a couple of levels in on the 8 hours so we can just stay focused. I'm going to have to put this little one in here. Okay, so I'll give them to you now. Let's just get down to the lower time frames. But first thing, on a price action perspective, we do have an inside bar off a level, and that level is right here at 16,900. So just pay attention to that. We do have some data out in the USA today. Could be another sideways day until that comes out. But the DAX was a lot stronger than what the US markets were yesterday. So I'll take that with a pinch of salt. And you can see a nice close above 16,900 on the 3 hour. Oscillators are not helping us. They're indicating we're a bit tired. And, you know, if you draw your trend line from this low to this low, you're going to see we're kind of parabolic. So what I would expect after a strong move like this is sort of a channel or a range of some sort. So that's kind of the most logical thing I would expect now. And if you look at what the price action is doing now, buyers are coming in off 16,850. So nice round number again. I'd be paying very close attention to this area here. And the other thing, I just want to get a level little lower down, just for 16,800 is the lower down level. Right, let's get down to the levels we're interested in. Don't forget to hit that like button. So once you've got those levels in and you kind of know what's going on the bigger picture, it's you come down to the hour and we sit here and we figure out what's going to happen. Now, we are looking for longs. There's no debate about that. This trend is very strong to the upside. Oscillators have eased off and separated, which is a good indication, and we are kind of at a level. We've had two pin bars here at 16,850, so I'd be paying very close attention to this area. And if you drop down to the 15 minute, you'll see this is USA market. This here was 4. I just want to find the right bar. So it's this one here roughly. So the DAX, currently we have a gap below the cash market. The cash market closed roughly at around 16,892 area. So that's where they closed, and then all of this price action after that is the US market. So just keep that in the back of your mind so you know what's going on. So this little cluster of tails here it does have some relevance. Okay, so now be very wary because the 15 minutes obviously is crossed over, and be forgiven for thinking we have a shortened play, but take your trend off the hour. So your trend at the moment is up, and you can see how we're easing off. So, you know, V reversals are very rare. So you would expect a pullback onto structure, and then you would expect a second attempt to get through and stay above 16,900. On that second failure, if it is a failure, then you know you've got a better chance of getting a short to the downside. But often it's 3 times, so it'll take a second time, it'll fail, and the third time is the cue. Whether it gets through on the third time, which is 3 times lucky, or it fails, which is third time unlucky. And that number 3 is so important. And you'll notice most of my strategy is based on the number 3. So at the moment, 16,850, 16,838, And then there's a nice juicy little bit of structure a little bit lower down here, 16,820, and then I'd go as low as 16,800. So that's the zone that I'd be paying attention to for opportunities to buy into this. Now, with data coming out later today, you probably find us just bounce around unless there's some noise in the European zone, which is going to get us moving up. But for me, I'll be paying attention to these areas. Or alternatively, if we don't really get decent structure on one of these areas. When I say decent structure, I want a pin bar, engulfing bar, or an inside bar. And you can see there's a half-hearted attempt at a pin bar. That's sort of a piercing pattern, which also works, but it's not as strong as a double bottom inside bar or engulfing bar. So there is structure here, but it is a pre-market or after hours or Asian session trading. So I'd wait for the market to open and have a careful look at this zone. You get any price action here, there's an opportunity to buy. And the nice thing about this, especially on the DAX, it's for me, well, my chart anyway, I've got a 50-point stop loss here for another attempt up at 16,900, and then I would expect a breakthrough of that. Now, bear in mind that, look at the weekly. It gets really messy, doesn't it? We have the current all-time high sitting at 1700 or 17,028. I would expect that to be tested again, and we do have a very clear bounce off 16,557 with that pin bar. So if this weekly bar closes above the low of last week, so if you come back to the 3 hour and just make sure you've got that on your charts. So this is this week, last week is here, okay, and the previous week's high is where we're bouncing at the moment. So you can see how important these two levels are. So that is 16,800 and 16,850, and nice round numbers as well. So those are the levels I'd be paying attention to. If we do get through the little cluster of support that I've given you here on the 15-minute, then you can expect a move down to 16,800, and you can expect the buyers to start stepping in there. But I have a feeling that it's going to happen right in this zone where we are. Just wait for the market open and we'll have a look. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.